Morning traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. So as expected yesterday, we did get our second move to the downside, and I've just drawn in a channel this morning. So we are pretty much trading on this channel, and that's what has been defined now with this swing low here. So we did get a double bottom here, and then a reversal back up. Now, the picture is slightly different compared to yesterday. Yesterday we were still well below the alligator. Sorry, this was yesterday, day before. So the day before, we were below the alligator and we sort of meandered down along this trend line before falling to the downside. Okay, so today the picture is, well, yesterday's picture is slightly different because we have potential crossover with the alligator and it's pointing up at the moment. So there is merit in thinking that this is a reversal. Okay, we're going to need to break above a fractal for me at the moment, and the closest fractal is the one that we're bouncing off right now. So break above this will be above the alligator or above the teeth, the red line. That would validate an entry long with a stop below the low of yesterday. So your stop is going to be around 12,138. Okay, so it is a fairly it's a 150 point move, but I think the most important part here is look at that pin bar. Okay, it's a pin bar on the daily. Buyers have stepped in here. So a break above the pin bar validates along, and the stop is here. And you should travel at least the height of the pin bar. So you should have a target of 12,414. I'd actually make it 12,400 just to be safe. Okay, now the other thing that I've seen on the daily is we have shoulder or even shoulder, head. Is this the right shoulder? Okay, so for me at the moment, this is looking like we have a potential reversal. Okay, but as I said, we are in a channel, so we need to wait for that channel to break properly before we even start talking about that. So this fractal has to give way. We've got to break above it on the hour, hold it for an hour chart candle, and then that's going to validate this flag break to the upside. Okay, which will only take us to the top here, but the bigger measured move is a lot higher up. Okay, so just want to check the 30-minute to see if there's some short-term stuff in here. So the only thing on this 30-minute that I'm going to use, let's leave that one there. Let's use this one here. So there's our fractal. We have had a break above it going into close, so take it with a pinch of salt. This should also be a fractal here. No, it's not. Sorry. We've got another high there. So what I'm looking for is a break above the fractal above the alligator, which I've got. And then I'm looking for an entry long with a stop below the low of yesterday, which is the next fractal. If we just come down to a low time frame, and this is kind of where I would play it, you'll see what I mean here. So a break above this fractal here was a valid entry, but it would have stopped you out because your stop would have been here. But then a break above that fractal there was also a valid entry with a stop below this fractal, and then that one played out. Okay, so that's kind of the view that I have at the moment. So even a break below this fractal is not going to trigger a short for me. The short needs to be triggered below this fractal here. Okay, so 12,234 is my entry short. So break below that, and I'd say probably something like that. So 12,230 is a better bet. 12,230, get a 12-minute close below that. That's going to trigger a short, and it's going to be short with a stop above there. Okay, what's going to trigger along? This has already, in my mind, triggered along this 12,256. but we'll wait for the open to see if that holds. If that holds, then that's a valid entry for a long, and your stop needs to be below 12 to 30. Okay, that's kind of the view that I've got at the moment. So right now we should be looking for longs. If we do fall below 12 to 30, then we should be looking for shorts. But in my view, the shorts are the dangerous trade right now. So we need to be taking profit at each of these breakout levels. So here's a breakout level. I'm going to make this chart a bit messy here. There's a Brooks gap. There's a Brooks gap there. And there's a breakout level. So if we do fall somewhere in this zone, you're going to get buyers stepping in again. Okay. So that's kind of my view at the moment. As I say, this double bottom here is telling for me. Let me just make more of a mess on the chart. That was the double bottom, and that did play out. You can see we took profit right at the top there, and we're hovering on the top here. So we need to form the next bit of structure, because that was the first bit of structure. Now we need to form the next bit of structure. And whether it's structured to the downside or upside is the debate right now. Okay, so for me, in summary, that fractal break indicates a long for me. A break below this fractal here indicates a short. Okay, and the nice thing about this is my stop is 20, 21, 22 points. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I will catch you later. Cheers for now.